from your Entourage Agency. And today on our episode, we're going to be introducing Olivia Salerno. There's so many facets to Olivia, and I can't wait for you guys to hear the questions that we're going to be asking her and to understand more about Olivia and where her career is taking her. So she started at age 3 and she's only 18, heading off to college. And it's really cool to see what all she's done so far, so stay tuned.
Hey, Olivia. Welcome to our show. We're so happy to interview you today.
Thank you for having me.
How are you doing?
I'm great. How are you guys?
Really good.
Great.
I know that this is a unique situation for us in our environment that we live today. So I'm kind of curious to what you've been doing during this time period. How have you been creative?
Well, I've definitely taken a little bit of time to slow down just because I'm always busy with dance and school and I'm always go, go, go. So it's been kind of nice just to like hang out with my family. I love them and we've had a good time together, but I'm definitely ready to get back into the swing of things. I've been taking a lot more dance classes like online and choreographing little dances in my basement just to like keep my creative juices flowing. So definitely staying busy in the best way I can.
Wow.
Yeah, I love all that you do. Olivia kind of helped me with the Detroit Children's Choir album. We did some concerts, preliminary concerts, and Olivia was trying to help me get the kids all moving. And her and I wish so much we had more time with those kids because, you know, look what happened with another group from Detroit. And we feel like our Detroit Children's Choir is really, really good. So we wish we had more opportunity. But Olivia, thank you so much for helping me on that project. It was a fun project, that Motown project, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was so fun. And it was unlike anything I've done just because I've never choreographed for singers. I thought it was interesting. It was a challenge for everybody, but I liked it a lot.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. Hope to do it again someday soon. And I know that my other hosts here, which is Tony and Marcel and Levon, have all questions that they're very eager to ask you. So I'm going to go to Tony right now.
Yeah, so my question for you, Olivia, is so what's the process of auditioning for a big event? Like, are there preliminary auditions and then are there like multiple after that? I'm really curious.
Well, it definitely depends on what kind of event it is, but for something in like the professional dance realm, like a show or a music video or something of that sort, it's usually pretty quick, honestly. Unless it's a private audition, it's just a huge open call. There's hundreds and hundreds of dancers there, and you go and they usually just teach you a combo in like 20 minutes. And then they split you into small groups and then they just make cuts. And that's what they do all throughout a day. So it's pretty cutthroat, but you got to be ready for it. But I enjoy it. You just go throughout the day and then they just keep making cuts until they get to a small group. And then once you're at the end of the day, if you make it to the end of the day, usually they tell you in the next few days, they'll like call you or email you and tell you if you got the job or if you didn't. So it's usually really fast.
Yeah, that's very cutthroat. Is it like I know you've been dancing for a while. Do you feel like you're more used to it now? Like you don't get as nervous, or how do you feel like when you?
Yeah, I mean, I would say the nerves are always there just a little bit, but once you start, it's like you just let your body and your training just take over for you, and it's a fun process, honestly. No matter what the outcome is, it's always a way to learn, and it's always a way to just better yourself. So there's never a bad outcome. Like, okay, so say I don't get the job. It's okay. I obviously will learn something. Like you can ask the judges what you did wrong or what you could improve on. So it's always a learning experience no matter whether you get the job or not. So I like it. I don't mind auditioning at all.
Great mindset to have. That's super refreshing. That's great.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
One of the things I used to tell, or I do tell all my talent, and I think you guys know it and heard it from me so many times, but for auditions, every audition is really good. And when you go to an audition, you go in the mind frame that you're auditioning them. Do you want to spend your time there? Do you want to be there? And all of a sudden the jitters go away, the butterflies go away, because you know what? You're interviewing them now. It puts a little bit of a control on the interview, but Olivia's got it down. I don't have to worry about Olivia at all. So, hey, Lavon, you got a question for her?
Yeah, well, just to add on real quick, I like that how you look at the auditioning process because you're still your own artist, you still have your own creativity, and you are interpreting moves and you're still showing them what you have. But like Kim said, it is like a mutual interview. So that's a really good point to make. And so we're talking a lot about music and stuff, but from reading your bio, it says that you're going into computer science. So I want to know, is that also a passion for you?
I mean, passion would be pushing it just a little bit. I'm
Okay.
definitely
She's just getting into it.
more passionate about dance, but it's a hobby. I really enjoy it.
Okay.
I'm a school person. I've never not liked school just because it's something that comes easy to me. I enjoy learning in the classroom and stuff like that. And when I was a sophomore in high school, I took a computer science class. And I was like, wow, this is great. I loved it. I don't know what about it that just something clicked in my brain. It was challenging for me. I know what happened, actually. It was the first challenge school-wise that I enjoyed taking on. Like sometimes, in math, you don't get you can't figure out something, it would frustrate me. But in computer science, I would be like, I want to figure this out. I liked it.
It's kind of like you're not as stagnated. Like when you have something that kind of excites your imagination, your creative blood gets going. You know what I mean? It's not boring to you, basically.
Yeah, no, it was super interesting. Actually, this past year at school, my senior year of high school, I was the president of Girls Who Code.
Oh.
And it was so fun. It was 10 of us. We would just get together once a week and we would just code on our computers after school.
Okay, well, that's that. I was gonna say, well, I just wanted to ask because, usually some people, you obviously have a lot of different things you do. So when I saw that you're in a computer science, I'm, oh, that's interesting,
Yeah, no, I really enjoy it. I love it.
Okay.
So Olivia, a lot of people don't know this, but my bachelor's degree, one of them is in computer science, and I worked for Ford Motor Company for 16 years running their computer systems and putting in all their class 1 computer mainframes and things. So you want to talk computer science, give me a call.
Oh, I will,
loved
for sure.
it.
Especially as I enter into the college realm and I need to figure out where I want to go with my life. So I definitely would love to talk to you about it.
Yeah, so I can tell you a lot about it. I know that you have a lot of different aspects to your passions that you have along with voiceover, and Marcel's got a question for you, but Marcel kind of handles our voice aspect along with Lavon. So you've been doing a lot of work with voiceover, then we're trying to do a lot more with you. Do you like that part of it?
Yeah, I like it a lot. It's definitely something that I wasn't expecting to enjoy as much as I do, because I don't think I understood what it was before I took on that challenge. But I like it a lot. I like learning what you can do with your voice and how to control it more. And it's a very useful thing, really, once you think about it, when it comes to public speaking or even just reading in front of a class. It's very helpful because I feel like I know what I'm doing and I don't get nervous about it anymore.
That's great. So Marcel, being in voice, has also a question for you, but he understands that skill set and learning it. So does Lavon. They're going through it from a singing aspect right now. So it doesn't matter if it's voiceover or singing, there's techniques that you got to learn. And we so appreciate it. Patient. Yeah. Go ahead, Marcel.
So being a fellow artist, you talked about passion, dance is your passion, and I understand that from a music standpoint, because music is my passion. But if you had to choose, what is your favorite dance style?
Oof, that's tough. I would say in the style realm, I love jazz funk. I don't know if you know what that is, but it's basically just a combination of jazz technique and hip hop style.
Yeah.
So it's the best of both worlds. I get to talk a little bit, do a little bit of technique, and also, really get into it.
Yeah, I like those hybrid dance styles. I took Latin jazz when I was younger.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
That's so cool. Yeah, definitely one of my favorites.
So you've done a lot of training, Olivia, with your dance from a very young age. And do you still find yourself getting into classes and still learning more in dance, or do you feel like you kind of saturated yourself there?
There's always something to learn. You can always get better. You can always improve. So I always find myself learning. And even if you have to search for what you want to improve in, I guarantee you there's a way. You can never like improve too much. You're never at your absolute best. So I love going to classes. I love learning. At my studio, I'll go to just dance classes that like aren't even like advanced, just because sometimes it's great to get back to the basics and perfect your technique in the not easy realm, but just like in the sense of perfecting like back to basics. And
yeah,
I just feel like there's always ways to better yourself. So I always go to class.
So cool. Yeah, I believe that you always can improve, and there's always new things coming out, and you got to kind of keep your finger on the pulse, right?
Especially nowadays with social media and TikTok dances being all the hype. I'll scroll and I'm like, oh my gosh, wow, I don't know.
I know, isn't it cool? Yeah, there's a lot of creativity going on right now. You know, we want everyone to go to our website to see, or to actually do your feature story there, because there's a lot to Olivia. I know that you've been in a lot of music videos, some high-end music videos, as well as dancing on stage with Justin Bieber. Can you tell us just a little bit about that experience?
Yeah, honestly, that's probably one of my favorite events that I've done, like up to this day, just because I love concerts. Although dance is my passion, I'm a very big fan of music. Anybody who knows me knows that. I'm always looking for new music, and I listen to music like all the time. Even at school, I would put my headphones in, I'd be listening to music in all my classes. So I love concerts, and being on the other side of the audience was just something that was super surreal. It was crazy, and I'm so grateful that I got to have that experience. But it was cool. I just auditioned. I sent in a tape, and they picked 4 kids from each city, and I got picked for the Detroit stop of his Purpose tour, and I got to dance on stage with him and all of his dancers. And it's crazy because now I look back on that, and obviously all of Justin Bieber's dancers that are on tour with him, so incredibly talented, and I've looked up to them for so long. And now traveling back and forth to LA, I'll see them in classes, and I'm like, hey, like,
isn't that great? Yeah, it's a great network.
For sure.
That is so much fun. So the nerves going on, I mean, once you do it a couple of times, though, isn't it just like doing it to one person, right? I've gotten so comfortable in front of live audiences that I don't get the shakes anymore. How about you?
No, I don't know. Even when I was little, when I started dancing for the Pistons when I was, I think, 6 or 7. And ever since then, I think maybe the first time I went out, I was scared because I didn't know what to expect. But ever since then, I'm honestly more comfortable in a large group than I am with like 4 people watching me.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
That's pure entertainer there, you guys. That's what you want to hear, you know? That comfort zone is right there. So cool. Anybody else got any questions for Olivia?
No, that was good. That was a lot of information.
That was great. You have such a positive.
We don't want to give away too much, Olivia, because we want people to research you more.
Oh, okay.
Your
So
fabulous legacy.
we so appreciate you taking the time today to be with us.
Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, and we love all that you do, and keep being creative. Keep doing those choreographies in your basement, because I know they're awesome.
Thanks. I will.
All right. So we'll talk with you real soon, and hopefully with a lot of opportunities coming forward.
Awesome. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Olivia, it was nice talking to you.
Bye-bye.
Nice talking to you guys. Bye.
So that was Olivia. We're so excited to interview her today. She's one of our featured artists on our website. And go to the website, check her out. She's a lot of fun. I know that we'll see a lot more of her. And I just want to sign off for today, thanking my other hosts along with me, Tony, Levon, Marcel. Thank you for spending the time with us today. Tony, why don't you tell them where they can connect with us?
Yeah, so at the end of this video, our talent social media handles and all of our social media handles will be at the end of the video, also on our website, our Instagram, and our Facebook. You can check us out there.
So thank you again for spending the time with us. We love you all. Take care.
Bye.